This massive apartment building in the Upper West Side had one of the longest rent strikes in New York City history, with tenants refusing to pay $460 a month for 6-room apartments. While now, the Belnord sells apartments for up to $12 million. You might recognize this 13-story building that encompasses an entire New York City block on 86th Street. It's in the hit TV series, Only Murders in the Building. Originally, when this was erected in 1908, it had 175 apartments donned in the Louis XVI style, painted wall panels, mahogany doors. Each unit had between 10 to 16 rooms. They even had their own mechanical plant providing free electricity to its residents, and a staff of over 100 to even maintain the building. But why did this rent strike that lasted for nearly 2 decades even happen in the first place? Well, for that we have to go back to the days after World War II, when New York City implemented very strict rent control laws, limiting the rent of buildings like these that were built before the war. In 1974, Lillian Cyril and her husband gained full control of the building. They immediately started demanding overdue rent, claiming that some of the tenants were illegally subletting their apartments and making renovations that weren't allowed. At the time, 2/3 of the units were rent controlled, and then in 1976, Lillian Cyril actually failed to pay membership dues to the Rent Stabilization Association, which forced her to decrease the rents across the entire building by up to 50%. The tenants refused to pay these rents, even though they were lower, because they said that the building was in terrible disrepair. And then in 1978, 100 tenants officially went into a rent strike. A 6-room apartment was about $460 per month. In today's money, would be $1,750 per month for 6 rooms. But the building needed an estimated $5 million to even do the necessary repairs of the 132 violations cited by city inspectors in 1980. These violations included burst water pipes, roof leaks, broken elevators, and inconsistent water service. In 1983, Mrs. Cyril sued the tenants, claiming that they owed $7.5 million in overdue rent. But then in 1987, a state judge ruled that Mrs. Cyril had to roll back all the rents of the entire building years back. In an interview, Cyril's son-in-law actually noted that all these issues were purely economic, nothing personal. He said, quote, "If you keep the rents in the building lower than they are in the South Bronx, how do you stop the property from running down? Despite the maintenance issues, many tenants decide to stay due to the extremely low rent." The legal battle continued until the strike officially ended in 1994, when this building was sold to new landlords for only $15 million. $100 million were spent in renovations. And then in 2017, this building was converted into condos, with one such condo selling for up to $12 million. Nowadays, there's talks about a rent freeze across the entire city. Would you agree with that happening? Stay curious, my friends.